Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. So in previous video tutorial, what we have done is that we created an app file which creates the server which runs at the port 4000, and the next step we created an API folder. Inside API folder we created router folder. Inside router folder we have created an product.js file. So all the product related routes will be defined inside products.js file. So we have created a get request endpoint, post request, patch request, and a delete request. So in patch request and delete request, what we have checked is that we are passing a product ID and a product ID. Based on this product ID, we are updating that particular product. So we are taking that product ID from request.params.product ID. We are storing into the product, and next step we are doing product equals to 123. Then this message should come that product has been updated. In another case, if the product ID is not 123, it will give you an message you have sent an invalid ID to update product. Similarly, in case of deletion, I am comparing the product ID with an value that is 123. So in case the product ID is 123, it will give me a message product have been deleted having ID 123, and if it is not 123, it will give an message you have sent an invalid ID to delete. So let's check it whether it will work or not. So to do that, we'll first start the application. Now we can see that server is running at port 4000. Now we'll check with the help of Postman, as we already have discussed about it. So let's see the get request. So I can see that get request is working properly. In case of post request, if I'll check post request, product handling a post request, this is also working fine. In case of patch request, as we already have specified, this will not work because we have not specified any patch request which takes only slash. It takes product ID as well as a parameter. So to send a parameter product ID as a parameter, we'll send it here, we'll update it here, and now we'll send it. Now we can see that product have been updated having ID 123. And what if I update this ID? If I am sending 124 instead of 123, it will give me an error, and here it is. You have sent an invalid ID to update product. Similarly, in case of delete, if I want to delete a particular ID and having ID 124, so it will give me an error saying that delete product /124. So why it is giving error? Because okay, I have done the same thing. So why it is giving error? Let's see. Okay, I have not applied colon here. Let's start is restart it. Once server have been restarted after making code changes, again we can verify it, and we can see that you have sent an invalid ID to update product because I have sent 124 and we are expecting 123 to be updated. In case if I send 123, it will give me a message product have been updated with 123. This will not be updated. Deleted will be the message. And similarly, in case of, as we have defined all the routes for product, similarly we will create one more file and to define all the routes for an order. So orders.js, and same as product we will specify const. We'll first add the dependency of express here, and similarly I'll add a router variable here which will be express.router. Now I'll define all the routes for orders, same as in the case of product. Router.get, router.post, and router.patch, and similarly router.delete. So I'll not write everything, I'll just copy from product and paste it into order. So to do that, let's copy it from here and paste it from here. You already have understood how the routing works in case of product. Similarly, we are following in case of order. So now I just need to rename these messages and order and here I'll get order ID. Similarly, I'll retrieve order ID from here and order order. Let's check it. We'll restart this application with the help of node app.js, and once the application has been restarted, let's verify whether the message, any message we have forgot to update or something. To verify it, order okay, looks good. Let's check. So when we specifying the order routes, we have to add this order routes into our app file. Similarly, as in the case of products, we have added product route. So same way we have to add for product as well. Now I am adding products route. Instead of products route, I am adding order routes, and here in case of products I have to add orders. So similarly, as I have added a routing for product, the same way I have to add the routing for order as well, order routes, and here it will be orders. So whenever someone will hit this endpoint specifying the order as an endpoint, so the order routes will be executed. So whatever the things we have specified into the order JS, like get, request, post, patch, and the delete, so it will be called from here. Let's verify it. So to do that, let's first restart it so that all the code changes should be reflected. Now instead of products, I'll write orders, and first of all we'll see whether the get request is working or not. So I am hitting orders, and I can see that order handling get request. In case of post, I can see that order handling post request. In case of patch, and in case of patch, definitely we have to send an ID. So in case of we are sending any ID 123, it is giving order have been updated having ID 123, and you can verify by sending 124. You have sent an invalid ID to update order. So that means this ID does not exist. Now everything has been set up. Let's stop the server, and the next step will be to add some exception to handle the exception in this project. So what we have to handle is that in case if someone is not specifying product and orders here, so it should be handled properly. Like if I am sending ABC which does not exist in our application, so what it will give. So if you see the server is not running, let me first restart it. So now if I hit it, it is giving me an error. This error should not be expected. So we have to specify, or we have to add some exception, user friendly exception, so that user can see that ABC endpoint does not exist.